What's up, everyone? Jerome, aka gdlazerkittens, co-creator of Just Another Day, going out to get some new Magic the Gathering pre-release. Let's go ahead and head that way. Join me as we do so. But, it's rainy today. So we all know how California gets whenever it starts to rain. People lose their mind. This is the first time I'm ever doing something like this. I have no idea what's going to happen, how it's going to work, if it's even going to work. But yeah. My little Anya sticker. All right, we've arrived. Going over here to Brute Force, right there in the corner. You can see it with the orange lettering. So we're gonna go pick up our stuff and maybe get a couple of games in. I'm gonna check the recording policies though to see how things work out. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and walk up to the door, and I'll have to stop it there just in case, and we'll see how things work out. So. Got my backy pack. Oh, make sure that. Yep. We all know what this line's for. And so we got in the store. The recording policies are okay. Here we are. BFG's up. New friends I just made. We're going to sit down, play a couple of games. Here's the packs I took as still, but I'm going to open these at home whenever we get there, and we'll see how things go. End up back home. It's been a pretty good day. As you guys can probably tell from the previous times in this video that I'm fairly new to all of this. So if I seem unprofessional or I seem confusing or if I'm like rambling over myself, that's why. I'll get used to this and everything will kind of roll out smoothly as I go. So we're going to do a live opening, or a recorded opening, I should say, of what we have here. We've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 packs. These are the newest packs. It comes with 15 cards. 3 to 4 rares, and in general it's what Magic is supposedly using to be their new thing. And of course we have our commander here. Our commander that we have is the Revenant Recon Serval Resurrect Creatures deck. Now this seems like an interesting deck to me, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this as an unmodded, and it won't be today, but it will be in the future. I'm excited because it's got a mix of blue and black. I've kind of wanted to dabble into a black deck. As you might know, the two decks that I do play are either blue, green, red, and those are actually my only colors. My Merfolk is blue and green, and then my Dinos are blue, green, and red. So it's interesting to start dabbling into another deck, especially one that seems kind of fun. So we're going to go ahead and look at this. It says, watch your back, battle your friends with powerful creatures and spectacular spells in Magic's most popular multiplayer format. Join Mirko Vosk in this tireless search. In his tireless search for answers, and play Serval cards that trigger bonus effects. At the same time, fill your graveyard with an army of corpses and bring them back with a vengeance. Sounds kind of cool. Definitely sounds to me like I am going to be a necromancer, and we all know necromancy's cool. Let's go ahead and start getting this open. That's right, at the bottom. Boom, we have opened it. One thing I do want to show you, once we get the deck out, we will go ahead and sleeve it. We have our Perfect Fit Dragon Shield clear sleeves that will go into our Dragon Shield Aurora colored matte sleeves. The Aurora color, if you see, is this kind of bright bluish green, which is nice because it kind of goes against the other colors that I have. I won't be confusing decks. Let's get these cards out of the way. We'll grab those in a minute. Let's go ahead and finish opening this. So in this commander pack, we're actually going to receive, and I believe it's going to be your usual box. It's pretty nice. You're next going to get your, let's see. Oh, it looks like a commander deck box so that you can carry the deck around. Your commander life points here, same as before, except I kind of like the look of this one a little better. It looks like they're getting better at making these over time. Then you're going to be getting, like I said, your little commander deck box so you can put it in for storage. However, we don't use those around here because once you double sleeve it, it is too big. So we're just going to move this to the side. You are also going to receive your collector's booster sample pack. And then this is just your regular sleeve here. We'll go ahead and put that in box. We'll get our counters and then the deck. The deck itself slides out easy. We'll go ahead and take our counters out because we always like +1/+1 counters. One thing I like about these is these are sturdy, +1/+1 counters, but on the back you can write extra things like haste or anything like that so that you can use these as other counters for other decks. So I really enjoy these tougher counters, you know, and especially since they're capable of being written on. As we all know, +1/+1 is amazing, but counters for them are usually used by dice or represented by dice. So there we go. We've got our +1/+1 counters out and over here to the side. You get 6 of those, and then of course your Magic the Gathering rulebook. Neato. Okay. Let's continue. I'm sorry this is taking longer for anybody who is used to a quicker video. I'm just kind of being informative, and also this is my first video of this type, so actually, it looks like there is a quick release section of this. I'm just gotta find it. Well, there is, but I can't find it, so we're going to go ahead and struggle to get this open this way then. We'll put our trash over here. All right, here we go. So we have Mirko. Mirko is legendary creature, vampire detective, flying vigilance. When you surveil, put a +1/+1 counter on this character. At the beginning of your end step, you may return target creature card with power less than Mirko's from my graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. So we're going to go ahead and take these two. We'll open that up with the packages here, and we'll put them here. So you've got your special engraved edition and then your regular. So there we go. Our first card that we're going to get is a Marvo, the Deep Operative. Legendary creatures, Octopus Rogue. When Marvo, the Deep Operative attacks, clash with defending player. Each clashing player reveals the top card of the library, then puts that card into the top or bottom. A player wins if their card had a higher mana value. When you win a clash, I draw a card. Then you may cast a spell from your hand with a mana value of 8 or less without paying the mana cost. So for a 5 cost is what we're looking at. That is a legendary creature. Our first enchantment of the deck. Case of the Sifting Visage. At the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. To solve, there are 15 or more cards in your graveyard. If unsolved, solve at the beginning of your next end step. Or actually of your end step. So you could play this and solve. Solved, whenever you cast a non-legendary creature spell, I can copy that spell. There is no back. It is just this one enchantment. Copy Catchers. It's a flying creature, 2/1. Whenever you surveil, you may pay 1, and then, of course, 1 island. If you do, create a token that's a copy of the Copy Snatchers. Okay. So it looks like you can just keep creating, because it looks like you can survey more than once. So I'm going to try and keep my critical thinking to a minimal here. Okay. So Final Word Phantom is another creature, flash flying. During each opponent's end step, you may cast spells as though they had flash. Watcher of Hours is another creature, Sphinx, flying ward 3. Whenever you remove a time counter from Watcher of Hours while it's exiled, surveil 1. Suspend 6. Rather than cost this card from your hand, you may pay 1 and then an island and exile it with 6 times counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter. When the last is removed, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. It has haste. Chanel Serenade, sorcery. Surveil 3, then return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Exile Chanel Charade with 3 time counters on it. Okay, I'm assuming time counters are going to work exactly like this. Suspend 3, 2 with a swamp. Eye of Duskmantle, flying lifelink. You may play lands and cast spells from among cards in your graveyard you've surveilled this turn. If you cast a spell this way, you pay life equal to its mana value rather than paying for its mana cost. Foreboding Steamboat, artifact vehicle. When the Foreboding Steamboat enters the battlefield, each player chooses 2 non-token, non-vehicle creatures they control. Exile them until Foreboding Steamboat leaves the battlefield. Whenever this leaves the attacks, put a card exiled into its owner's graveyard. If you do, investigate. Crew of 2. Unshakable Tell, creature, zombie. When Unshakable Tell enters the battlefield and at the beginning of your upkeep, you surveil 1. When one or more creature cards are put into the graveyard from your library, you investigate. Also, pay 2, sacrifice a clue, return Unshakable Tell from your graveyard to the hand. Counterpoint, instant, counter target spell. You may cast a creature, instant, sorcery, or planeswalker spell from your graveyard with mana value less than or equal to that spell's mana value without paying its mana cost. Ransom Note. Artifact clue. When Ransom Note enters the battlefield, surveil 1. Sacrifice this, and you can choose to cloak the top card of your library. Go target creature. Draw a card. You can choose 1. Ampin Mutineer. When it enters the battlefield, exile up to target non-Salamine creature. That creature's controller creates a 4/3 blue Salamina Warrior creature token. Encore. Exile this card from your graveyard. For each opponent, create a token copy that attacks that opponent this turn. Dream Eater. Creature, flash flying. When it enters the battlefield, surveil 4. When you do, you may return target non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Mission Briefing. Instant, surveil 2. Then choose an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. You may cast it this turn. If that spell would be put in your graveyard, exile it instead. Hello, little Shima. Of course, you know how cats can be. They have to be approving of everything that you're doing. And he is definitely inspecting to see if he likes it. So, Phyrexian Metamorph, artifact creature. You can pay this with MANOR life. You may have this enter the battlefield as a copy of any artifact or creature on the battlefield, except it's an artifact in addition to this other types. Sphinx of the Second Sun. Creature, flying. At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, there's an additional beginning phase after this phase. Visor Many Faces. You may have this enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except if this was embalmed, English. Okay, the token has no mana cost. It's white, and it's a zombie in addition to its other types. Black Sun's Zenith, sorcery. Put X -1/-1 counters on each creature. Shuffle this into his owner's library. Of course, it's a kicker, by the way. That's what the X is. Dog Detective. It's a creature. When Dog Detective enters the battlefield, you surveil 2. Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you may return Dog Detective from your graveyard to your hand. Doom Whisper, flying trample, creature. Pay 2 life, surveil 2. Surveil, by the way, look at the top 2 cards of your library, then put any number of them into your graveyard and the rest into the top of your library in any order. Grave Titan, creature, giant, death touch. Whenever Grave Titan enters the battlefield or attacks, create 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. 2 of those, by the way. Massacre Worm, creature. When Massacre Worm enters the battlefield, creatures your opponent control get -2/-2 until the end of the turn. Whenever a creature in the opponent dies, that player loses 2 life. Overseer of the Damned, creature, flying. When Overseer of the Damned enters the battlefield, you may destroy target creature. By the way, is that a... You know what? Let me hold it more like this. Phyrexian Arena, enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Pylon, instant, convoke. Your creatures can help cast this spell. Each creature you tap while casting this spell pays for 1 or more, or 1 mana of the creature's color. Okay. Distort target creature or planeswalker. Sylvel 2. Reanimate, sorcery. Put target creature card from your graveyard into the battlefield under your control. You lose life equal to its mana value. Rise of the Dark Realms, sorcery. Put all creature cards from all graveyards into the battlefield under your control. Toxic Deluge, sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you pay X life. All creatures get -X until the end of your turn. Twilight Prophet, creature, flying, ascend. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have the City's Blessing, reveal the top card of your library and put that into your hand. Each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the card's mana value. Baleful Strix, artifact, creature, bird, flying, death touch. When Baleful Strix enters the battlefield, draw a card. Connive, sorcery. Gain control of target creature with a power 2 or less. Concoct, sorcery. Surveil 3, then return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Lays off, the multifarious. Get a phone call there. Pause the video. So I'm going to restart this one. Lazoth, the multifarious, legendary creature, shapeshifter. When this card enters the battlefield, surveil 1. So it has an X cost. Lazoth. This card becomes a copy of target creature card in your graveyard with mana value X, except the name is Lazoth. It's basically this card. It's legendary in addition to its other types, and it has this ability. Master of Death, creature, zombie, wizard. When Master of Death enters the battlefield, surveil 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Master of Death is in your graveyard, you may pay 1 life. If you do, return it to your hand. Choke Estuary. Maybe said that wrong. Land. So we're getting into our lands here. Lands, land, land, instant. Brainstorm. Draw 3 cards and put 2 cards from your hand onto the top of your library in any order. Consider. Instant. Surveil 1, draw a card. Curate. Surveil 2, draw a card. Deep Analysis. Analysis? Yeah. Analysis? Whatever. Sorcery. Target player draws 2 cards. Man, me reading out loud is not making me look good, is it? Anyways, let's continue. Enhanced Surveillance. Enchantment. You may look at additional 2 cards each time you surveil. Exile this card and shuffle your graveyard into your library. Ifara's Dispersal. Yeah. Instant. The spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets an attacking creature. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Surveil 2. So it's a counter 1 cost. That's kind of nice. Mold Drifter. Creature, flying. When it enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, invoke 2. Nightveil Sprite. Creature, flying. When this attacks, surveil 1. Otherworldly Gaze. Instant. Surveil 3. Flashback 1 plus a island. Thoughtbound Phantasm. Creature, defender. When you surveil, put a +1/+1 counter on this character. As long as this has 3 or more +1/+1s on it, it can attack as though it had defender. Animate Dead. Enchantment Aura. Enchant creature card in a graveyard. When this card enters the battlefield, if it's on the battlefield, it loses enchant creature card in the graveyard and gains enchant creature put onto the battlefield with Animate Dead. Return an enhanced creature card into the battlefield under your control and attach Animate Dead to it. When Animate Dead leaves the battlefield, that creature's controller sacrifices it. Enchanted creature gets -1/-0. Necromancy Enhancement. You may cast Necromancy as though it had flash. If you cast it anytime a sorcery couldn't have been cast, the controller of the permanent, it becomes sacrificed. Let me restart that. You may cast Necromancy as though it had flash. If you cast it any time a sorcery couldn't have been cast, the controller of the permanent it becomes sacrifices it at the beginning of the next cleanup step. Oh, okay. When Necromancy enters the battlefield, if it's on the battlefield, it becomes an aura with enchant creature put on the battlefield of Necromancy. Put target creature card from the graveyard into the battlefield under your control and attach Necromancy to it. When Necromancy leaves the battlefield, that creature's controller sacrifices it. Okay, Price of Fame, instant. This spell costs 2 less to cast. If it targets a legendary creature, destroy target creature, Seville 2. Ravenous Chupacabra, creature. When Ravenous Chupacabra enters the battlefield, destroy target creature an opponent controls. Shriekmaw, creature, fear. With Shriekmaw enters the battlefield, destroy target non-artifact, non-black creature, invoke 1. Sinister Starfist, creature, Seville 1. Seer Conrad the Grim, legendary creature. When another creature dies, or a creature card is put into the graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. You may pay 1 with a swamp. Each player mills a card. Whispering Snitch, creature. Whenever you surveil for the first time each turn, Whispering Snitch deals 1 damage to an opponent and you gain 1 life. Dimir Spybug, creature, flying. Menace. Whenever you surveil, put a +1/+1 on this. Discovery, surveil 2, then draw a card. Dispersal. Each opponent returns a non-land permanent they control with the highest mana value among permanents they control into the owner's hand, then discards a card. Disinformation Campaign, enchantment. When this card enters the battlefield, you draw a card and each opponent discards a card. Whenever you surveil, return disinformation to the owner's hand. Notion's Reign, sorcery, surveil 2, then draw 2 cards. Notion's Reign deals 2 damage to you. Arcane Signet, Dimir Signet, Overflowing Chalice, Mind Stone, Soul Ring, Talisman of Dominance, Thought Vessel, Ash Barrens, Bojuka Bog. Here, let's go ahead and pick these up. Command Tower, Dimir Aqueduct, Marian Landscape, Mystic Sanctuary, Port of Carfell, Reliquary Tower, Rogue's Passage, Tainted Isle, Temple of False God, Tocasia's Dig Site, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 islands. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 swamps. Comes with copy, Salamander Warriors, City's Blessing, Vizier of Many Faces, and then a on your turn and try to remember what you're doing card. So that is the deck. What we're going to do is keep these counters or tokens separate. We'll keep the deck over here. I'll sleeve it. But before I sleeve it, we're going to start opening up our other packs. So, in our Collector's Booster Sample Pack, we are going to get, ta-da, this. I'll put this over here. Prophet's Eidetic Memory, Legendary Enhancement. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card. You have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you draw more than 1 card this turn, put 1/1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the number of cards you've drawn, -1. Then Convenient Target is what we got. It's an enhancement aura. It looks cool, doesn't it? Very pretty. When it enters the battlefield, suspect enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets a 1/1. Then you can pay to return Convenient Target from your graveyard to your hand. That's very, very pretty. I like that card. Very cool looking. Okay. You know, they tell you that they put that there so you can pull it, but if you notice, like, it's so annoying to do. All right, guys, here we go. First actual pack. There's the fancy. We're going to get an island. We're going to get an artifact creature golem. We're going to get Case of the Hot House enchantment case. We're going to keep these separated here so that I can No, I keep. Okay. There we go. Vengeful Tracker, a creature. Leering Onlooker, creature. Gonna get a Knife, artifact, clue equipment. Gonna Lead Pipe, artifact, clue equipment. Gonna Thinking Cap, artifact, equipment. We're gonna get Shock, instant. We're gonna get Deduce, draw a card, investigate, instant. Gotta put my instance up here. We got Roble Belt, Maverick, creature. Extract a Convention, sorcery. Make your move, instant. And we are going to get Basilica Stalker. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but you get the point. Alrighty, what was our rare in that one? I didn't even pay attention. Oh, there it is. Legendary enchantment. And I don't know what, this is just fancy looking, I guess. Our next pack. We're going to get a token detective. We'll put it over here in our token pile. We're going to get a swamp. We're going to get Case of the Gorgon's Kiss. Enhancement case. I guess, yeah, let's just put everything like that. Fugitive Codebreaker. Creature, Goblin Rogue. We're going to get Ill-Timed Explosion, sorcery. We're going to get Lightning Helix, instant. Rope, artifact clue. Lumbering Laundry, artifact creature. Benthic Criminologist, creature, Merfolk Wizard. Red Herring, artifact creature. Luxon Eavesdropper. Reasonable Doubt, instant. Market Watch Phantom, creature. Riftburst Hellion, creature. Cerebral Confiscation, sorcery. You get a clue, an island, creature vampire, leering onlooker, Niv Mizzet, guild pack, legendary creature. Where did I put legendary creatures? Maybe I haven't pulled one yet. Okay, we'll just put it there. Runebrand Juggler, creature. Misty Spy, creature. Cruel Whipcracker. Crawl. I'm gonna go with Crawl. Creature. Fey Fight, Enchantment Aura. We'll go here. Thinking Cap, again. Goblin Mask Maker, creature. Hotspot Investigators, creature. Slime Against Humanity, sorcery. Sanguine Savior, creature. Due Diligence, Enhancement Aura. I'll put that over here. Agency Corona, creature. Let's straighten these up and get our next pack. We're going to get a fancy picture. We're going to get a Plains. That's nice looking, huh? The Griffknot Tracker, creature. Hide in Plain Sight, sorcery. Detective Satchel, artifact. Perimeter Enforcer, creature. No More Lies, instant. Case of the Pilfred Proof, enhancement. More Criminologist. Offender at Large, creature. Cold Case Cracker, creature. Fanatical Strength, instant. Granite Witness, artifact creature. Inside Source, creature. Macabre Reconstruction, sorcery. Clue. Mountain. Thinking Cap, foil. Cryptic Coat, artifact. Exile Specialist, creature. Crime Novelist, creature. Neighborhood Guardian, creature. Bubble Smuggler, creature. Topiary Panther, creature. I'm going to get a Fancy Demand Answers, instant. A Reasonable Doubt, instant. Repeat Offender, creature. Makeshift Binding Enhancement. Macabre, again, sorcery. And a Crowd Control Warden, creature. A Mysterious Creature, just another little token creature. Swamp, artifact creature wall. Legendary creature demon, mythic, Rakdos, Patron of Chaos. Pretty cool. Conspiracy Unraveler, creature. Case of the Trample Guardian, enhancement. Presumed Dead, instant. Okay, the way they printed these, they're supposed to put like a book that's been opened, and it messes me up because it's crooked and not crooked. Anyways, Wisp Drinker Vampire, creature. Tonal Tipster, creature. The Chase is On, instant. Jaded Analyst, creature. Slime Against Humanity, sorcery. On the Job, instant. Rot Farm, creature. Dog Walker, creature. Island. Another Eavesdropper, foil. Krenko, Baron of the 10th Street, legendary creature, goblin. Torch the Witness, I should say, sorcery. Sample Collector, creature. Eliminate the Impossible, instant. Soul Innervation, enhancement. Thinking Cap again. Robobelt Braggart, creature. Crime Stopper Sprite. Another Luxodon Eavesdropper, 2-in-1 pack. Griffnaut Tracker, creature. Toxin Analyst, instant. And then Escape Tunnel, land. Mountain. Hollow Toxin. The Pride of Hulkade, legendary creature. Well, another mythic. Pretty cool. Neat. Another Torch of Witness. Sample Collector. Scene of the Crime, artifact land. Gleaming Gear Drake, artifact creature. Magnifying Glass, artifact. Crime Stopper Sprite, creature. Airtight Alibi, enhancement aura. Seasoned Consultant, creature. Murder, instant. Shady Informant, creature. Griffnaut Tracker, again. 2 more packs to go. Let's see what we get. Now, keep in mind, I am only 2 months into Magic the Gathering. Therefore, if you see something that I pulled and I didn't hype it up, it's likely due to that. Oh, Hollow Forest. Hide in Plain Sight, sorcery. 10th District Hero, creature. Another Case of the Trampled. Presumed Dead, instant. Coerce to Kill, Enhancement Aura. Polygraph Orb, Artifact. Undercover Crocodile, creature. Cold Case Cracker, creature. Fanatical Strength, instant. Innocent Bystander, creature, goblin. Auspicious Arrival, instant. Slice from the Shadows, instant. Another Crowd Control Warden, creature. Last pack. Alrighty. Clue. Mountain. Riftburst Hellion Foil, creature. Coveted Falcon, artifact creature. Essence of Antiquity, artifact creature. Prince of V2 Ghazi, land. Meddling Youths, creature. Eliminate the Impossible, instant. Another Undercover Crocodile, Vengeful Creeper, creature. Person of Interest, creature. Cold Case Cracker. Greystone Strider, artifact golem. Alley Assailant, creature. And last in our packs is the Market Watch Phantom, creature. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to be wrapping this up now. We'll see what we can do about getting things situated and looked at and see what's good and what's not. But first and foremost, we will sleeve Mirko as is. We will not do any changes to the deck and play it naturally, raw. And hopefully we can get a match against somebody else who also brought a pre-con that is not modding it. And we'll see where we go from there. I think it was a good day. It was a good purchase. It was surely fun. And I'm very interested to see what we can do with the deck. But like I said, thank you for tuning in. It's been a great time. Take it easy and enjoy.